So,
My first question to you, why the hell are we doing this podcast?
because we like to have fun,
True?
and because also it's good to broadcast some magic into the world.
I like the word broadcast. I really
See.
like that. And that word really, my reason to do this together with you are several. I was just
Yeah.
explaining it to the people here in the community in the kitchen. First, something wants to get out, what you call broadcasting. And
Hmm.
um, and the second thing is I love to do things just because it's like in Dutch we say it borrelt. It's
See.
bubbly and it wants to get out. And with no results, it's you and me are when we started this podcast, we're talking about how are we going to do this, and my son knows a little bit about this, and he is giving us advice. But let's just start and find out and learning by doing. And the other thing, I see a lot of podcasts, and then there is one person is the podcast guru,
Yes.
and that's totally fine. And it's I'm really looking to materialize co-creation. I just
Yes.
made this decision. Well, I think a year ago that everything I start with, which looks like bringing something out into the world, I like to do in a co-creation.
Yes.
And I'm very fortunate, very, very fortunate to co-create with the Golden Dragon.
Well, the same for me to co-create with a crystal dragon. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so it's a lot more fun to co-create together, of course, because when you do it alone, it's not co-creating. Um, yeah, so I totally agree. And also, it's nice to go out of comfort zones. And we all know that probably the picture like this is your comfort zone and this is where the magic happens. So, well, you did some podcasts with your son in the past. I was only a guest in two, and one about cycling and one about magic, and never did anything like we do now, co-creating our own podcast. So I like to do things I never did before.
Mm,
And yes, it's the best to do this together.
beautiful. Well, this is our first podcast, and
Yes.
all the thousands of people that we are waving to now that are listening or even seeing this podcast.
Yes.
Who are you?
Yes. That's a good question. It mostly depends who you ask it to. But who I am. Well, you mentioned already Golden Dragon. So that's one of what I am. I'm also a human being in a human body, of course. Um, a shaman, an alchemist, a cyclist, like mixing and weaving everything together. So yes, I saw a line lately that is probably very famous, like I'm a spiritual being having a human experience.
Mm,
And yeah, it feels like that. So the name they gave me in this life, my father and mother is Anna Marie, as well, everybody probably knows. And people ask me quite often, where are you from? And then I always say, well, from this planet and beyond. But my passport is from Netherlands. But I'm not there a lot. So right now I am in Gran Canaria, a beautiful Spanish island, part of a big volcano. Somehow I run into the name Drago or Dragones all the time here. I even noticed seriously yesterday that the street that I look at is Calle de Dragona. So this island is also a home of dragons, and probably that's why I'm here. And yes, I also play a role in the tech world, in the Silicon Valley world. So it's really weaving everything because it's also funny that a lot of humans, people think that there are separate worlds. Like this is me in business, this is me in my family, this is me in my, I don't know, in my sports, this is me in, like it's all separated. But for me, it's not. It's exactly, it's all the same. It's just another frequency and you can shift. So we already touched a lot of topics.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice
Ah,
word.
yes,
Woo.
yes. So, later we'll probably say something about the name that we choose for this podcast. But before, who are you?
Yeah, like you also started. That's one of the most difficult questions when you, let's talk about myself. Um, I'm on this inner journey. Uh, a few years ago, I just made the choice to do experiments because I read somewhere that an experiment always ends with a result.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's an experiment, the result doesn't really count. So you cannot fail in an experiment. You can only not do the experiment. So I'm at this moment just I think the result of adding up all those experiments. One is selling everything in the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole identity of being what I was in the Netherlands is gone.
Mm-hmm.
We bought a place here on Sardinia. We are where we are right now. This is our ballroom, our yoga room, our energy room.
So also an island.
Yeah. And the mountains and the whole area here in the northern Sardinia is crystal. And I'm experimenting with crystal beings and crystal energy flow and becoming a crystal entity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm experimenting together with my wife, by the way. We are high school sweethearts. So I have this beautiful base of doing this together for a long time. We have a experiment of living in a community.
Yes.
So it's not me and my wife and children that are visiting us, but we have sometimes 10 people, mostly two, three, four, five around us.
Mm-hmm.
I love the platform Workaway, by the way. Shout out Workaway. And yeah, I'm experimenting together with my son to go really deep into what you can call an addiction or a very old shadow or something you really don't want to feel, which makes me ending up in a place where I make a daily drawing
Yes.
with a
And you
text
publish them
and I
lately.
publish them. Yeah,
Yeah.
also, that's also an experiment because I think just a few beautiful souls are seeing it. So there is no plan behind it, but as this podcast is just wants to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And I love our conversations and I love to dive into the world of magic and frequency and also being connected with what you could call a struggle. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a game
Mm-hmm.
with implementing those things in what they call normal life. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
A game, also a good one, which is the opposite of what so much around us, what is called suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But maybe before we jump into those kind of things
Getting deeper again.
and getting deeper, as always, yes, the name we have for this podcast is The Weavers, and then with the tagline, because magic works.
Mm,
And well, why we choose The Weavers? Actually, inspired by a Netflix series about, I don't know exactly the name, but it was about witches, uh, vampires, and demons. And
Oh, get them all in.
get them all in. Everybody's invited, of course. And the witch that was a weaver witch was really weaving all threads of the universe. She was literally doing like this all together, and that really resonated in both of us. And we felt like yes, because also in this podcast, we will weave everything, all the world's dimensions, because there is no separation. There we are again. And because magic works, yes, that's also sometimes people think that magic is like for Harry Potter. I don't know the movies like that, but magic is here, everywhere, every day, every moment. But it's difficult for our brain to understand because brains and minds want to understand things, but magic you can only feel and experience,
Exactly.
um,
Yeah.
which is sometimes giving errors. So that's also why we want to, well, talk about it and give proof to whoever wants to listen or see this that magic really works.
Yeah, the weavers. And um, we are both big believers that words, when you put them in a sequence, are spells. That's why I
Yes,
think it's called spelling.
yes,
And yeah, we both train every day to watch our words, the words that we speak, but also the words that we think and that we digest. And yeah, I would really love it when there is a person out there who is just marinating in the words that are in this podcast and find new words or words that are empowering, words that are a spell for magic. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Let's weave. Let's weave it all together.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's do that.
And this is
Yes,
the first one, so we're touching a lot of different subjects. Let's talk a little bit about the ideas that we have. First of all, thank you very much for your commitment to do this for a year.
yes,
So
at
we
least
will
a
do this
year.
for a
Yes,
year, yeah, at
yes,
least, and that's
yes,
just for the mind that we know we got this commitment.
yes.
We want to invite people. We
Also,
both name this, what we call it is like a card that you carry with you. Some people have their business card with them. We are like these magicians that when we open our coat, there are like a huge amount of cards in there, but we know which one to pick. And one of them is an interview in this podcast. The podcast itself is a
uh-huh.
card,
Yes,
but also, yeah, we already have some people lined up.
yes, it's true.
Beautiful souls. Let's
Yeah.
not spoil this.
No, no, no.
No, 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 no. No spoilers.
They will appear when exactly when it's the right moment, because also that is something we feel and they feel.
Exactly.
Yes. So this podcast, it's again already touching frequency, is not about making Excel sheets and plannings and keeping track of results, well, or what we call results. No, no, no. This is pure intuitive. Um, we are not going with the flow, but we want to be the flow,
Exactly.
see where it takes us. So maybe one episode is 10 minutes shorter or more than another. And we will see. And we did not really program. So that's also different. And
The sun starts to shine.
yes, I just noticed that it changes all around you. The background becomes more dark and you become more crystal
Ooh.
light. Yes, and here the sun comes out too, but yeah, it's not in my face. But this is amazing to see.
Yeah, I love that about you that you have this full range of seeing things and if you're okay with it, let's dive into that one. Um,
Yes.
how did you do that? How did you learn? How did you become became this person that sees more?
Yeah, it's a journey, a beautiful journey, a magical journey, which is not always easy because sometimes you have to go through gates and portals that you normally would like to, I don't know, stay in front.
What's the
But
biggest
I
gate you
think
had to pass up
the
till
biggest,
now? Up till now, because there are a lot of different gates coming up.
oh yes, Phew. Well, I think a recent one that, well, actually you were part of it, that pops into my mind immediately is when you said to me that in Sardinia, when I was with you in the summer, with you and Juliet, that I was going to lead the meditations from the next morning every day with all of the group, something that I never did before. And so, just drop and have fun with swimming. That is a one gate, one portal that comes to me immediately. But also, for example, yeah, there are so many. Living barefoot. By now, 3 years ago, I think. Just is another story. But let's say all of a sudden, I took my shoes off my feet and never put them back on. Hey, that's a big thing for this planet. But it opens up all your senses. So it was kind of scary, the first time go out on the street like that, or to the supermarket, or to the airport, or to, I don't know, wherever, to customers.
Well, I know that you
Yes,
also really go out there in the world, and I
yes,
know that you went to a big convention.
yes.
Please share that story about your barefoot adventure.
Yes, the one in United States recently. Yes, it's that's a funny story because I was there for the third time, and the first and the second time I went to that conference, I was asked by security several times to leave the conference because they didn't like that I was barefoot. Well, anyway, now the last time, which was in October, it didn't happen with security. But what did happen was that I had a lot of magical conversations with all kind of different people that, just I passed by or we started talking, and then somehow
And when
they
you say
noticed.
magical conversation, you just have a nice conversation, or why do you call
No,
it a magical conversation?
when it's totally unexpected,
Hmm.
and when it brings like a yeah, how can I say, like an error in people's minds or some freezing moment.
I love that. Yeah,
Yes, it's like, what? And we all know that that is where, new space opens up. When everything goes the way your mind thinks it can predict, and how it normally goes, then you're not really aware because you just see it going the way you expect it. And with these kind of things, and that's why I call magical, it's very clear that it's totally unexpected. So there is no flow in their expectations. It's just everything stops. And then there is this new space. So then you can change the subject of the conversation immediately to, for example, barefoot, which comes with a lot of health benefits, but also opening up and developing all your senses, new neurological pathways. So you can shift to frequencies, to chakras, to energy flow, universal flow, to everything. And the magical thing was that this happened a lot and within seconds after the conversation started. So it was not that we talked 1 hour about business and then this. No, it was
wow.
um, yeah, yes. So that was also, it was also fun because life is fun, and this was also fun, and it really creates pure connections because you don't meet somebody's mind or brain, but you immediately meet in spirit or soul or another frequency. Here
Yeah,
we have it again, which resonates way deeper than when the mind uh, regulates.
wow.
Yes, yes, and besides, it's just amazing to be barefoot. Another side topic, but you know, because you live the same way.
Yeah. I did 5 years barefoot, and the biggest training is almost all the people who see you walk barefoot,
Yes.
like not on the beach or in the sauna
Mhm.
or where it's kind of normal, but in the supermarket or at the train station or at the
Airport.
airport or
Yes.
in a fancy business environment.
Yes.
I even went to a gala of a big business event like worldwide. Uh, and there is a dress code, but the beauty
Yes.
about the dress code is they never talk about shoes.
True.
And yeah, it's the biggest challenge is that you really learn that what people think of you doesn't matter. It's it's
No.
it's it's not that it I don't care.
No, no.
It's just they are so allowed to have their own opinion. They are so allowed to mention what happens with them when they see me barefoot. And it was a beautiful mind training to just not take it personal because it's not personal. It's
Yes.
never about me.
No.
It's never about you.
And
Yeah.
did you also have, because I had many, many people, and actually somehow a lot of custom people, customs in Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam,
Hmm.
every time I'm there, and they mostly say, "Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah. A
I
lot of
wish
people
I
say
could."
that. Yeah.
A lot of people say, I wish I could do the same. Or I am also barefoot in my house, but outside, I wish I would be able to, but I don't, I'm afraid. Or, yeah, because of course you get a lot of questions about if you don't get wounded and don't step into a glass, or
Boop.
maybe even worse, dog poop.
I always say, oh, it's juicy. I like it between my toes. And then they go, really?
Yes, to freak the mind more out.
Yeah.
So also I get a lot of positive reactions like that, that people really um, wish to live the same.
Yeah.
And then
And
it's also easy because then you know, who is the creator of your life? It's you, only you, and nobody else.
yeah.
So if you really want something, you have to create it and
Yeah.
decide.
And that's something that crossed my mind when I was thinking about this conversation with you today. There is a lot of um, I want to grow, I want to heal, but which are actually a lot of words about becoming better. Like now
Uh-huh.
the sun is shining in my face, and that's better than when it's clouded and it's raining. And the
Mm-hmm.
beauty is, it's also clouded here now, and it's also raining right now. So that's the metaphor I'm trying to explain. It's this I love that people are going inwards. I love that people do yoga and meditation, try to go barefoot. We are even maybe that's a topic for another time, like biohacking and really getting into this, getting in shape,
Mm-hmm.
longevity, all those things. On the other hand, there's nothing to improve.
Because everything is already
Yeah.
perfect.
So yeah, it's this whole paradox of unwinding,
Mm-hmm.
growing, healing.
Yes.
It's more and more getting to the source. And I didn't know how beneficial it is to live on a mountain, which I'm doing now for more than a year.
Uh-huh.
And I'm really not like that pro or like escape the city and live into nature. On the other hand, we got a beautiful woman here now, which will live with us for more than 4 months. And she just stepped out of Amsterdam.
Oh, that's a big
And
change.
I just saw her and I'm so allowed to share this. She would love this to hear this. She's standing in the front of our house and we have this panorama on one of the biggest mountains here. and she became the silence. It just went like, she was like you hit the pause button,
Yes.
and those things prove me that it's already all there. So how do you manage this paradox? Like, on one hand, we're both very
Yes.
willing to read this new book or listen to this podcast or have this nice conversation or learn about magic or do a new spell
Yes.
or create a relationship with another dragon or butterfly or all those beautiful, beautiful other beings to learn from,
Hmm.
and that everything is already there. How do you do that?
Well, I was also it's a good question because when you asked me before how it worked, that how it happened, that I now see a lot of different things. The most important is what you just described is to slow down
Mm.
and to slow down massively. So slowing down doesn't mean like okay, I do meditation for half an hour, now I'm slowed down. No, no, no. No. Truly slow down. And that means to really stop with doing busy, as you always say. Stop doing busy. And when you mention Amsterdam, yes, well, of course, I know very well the places like that. It's all you have to run through life. I see this the same in San Francisco in October. You have to keep running through life because maybe you miss something, which is the funny paradox because you miss everything when you keep running. But okay. Um, so we are kind of programmed, to work very hard to deliver results, to make KPIs, to have a family life, to do everything, and it's exhausting because we never stop, we never slow down. And what is really one of the most easy things we have everywhere for free is nature. To go into nature and to go really remote. Like before this conference, I went with a good friend into Yosemite National Park, and we did a amazing hiking trip of a few days. And most of the time there was no signal, so my phone was
Mm. Talking about slowing down.
somewhere dead. Yes,
Wow.
and there was nothing. There was only a river to get water, and there was a wood to make a campfire in the night because it was freezing. That's it. But then when you can truly, truly slow down, your senses can open up. Because maybe it's nice to say how we see this. We think that our mind is programmed to send all the time, to send to the world that we are doing this, know this, be smart in this, be intelligent in this, blah blah blah. But our mind is designed to receive. It's an
Mm.
antenna. But
Oh, I love those words. Yeah.
when we keep being very busy, then there is no space to receive anything.
Mm.
So when you truly slow down, and of course, well, I can recommend to go to Yosemite, but you don't have to fly to the other side of the world. You can slow down
Now
everywhere.
everyone goes to Yosemite to slow down and speed up to go there.
Or come to Sardinia or come to Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
Well, I can recommend, by the way, but it's not necessary. You can go out everywhere and just, leave the phone at home or on airplane mode and really slow down, connect with the earth. You don't have to live barefoot, but take them off when you are in the forest, for example. And then really you can start feeling and feeling more. And then the mind is getting some space to receive
So
instead
how do
of
you do
send.
that in a daily situation?
Well, you can
Of course,
start.
you're in my daily situations. Beautiful people are listening to this.
Yes.
Changed a lot, but uh, you don't have to go to Gran Canaria. You don't have to
No,
sell
no, no, no.
everything and live on Sardinia. That's just one of the things we did after a lot of steps we made. So I'm
Yes.
I'm I'm referring to these little steps. How do you do that in daily life, slowing down?
Well, you can start when you wake up, for example. Instead of immediately running to the coffee machine and opening the daily news or
But
the
how
stock
how do
market.
you how do you do that? So without giving advice, how how
Yes.
how how do you do that?
Well, when I wake up, first I really, be present in that moment. And for example, here I can go in the balcony and see beautiful sunrise every morning, and I just sit there and be one with the sunrise, without
Hmm.
phone, without nothing. And that I can also do in Netherlands. It's because there is beautiful views everywhere, for example. And then you can set intention for the day, really calm, like that you feel, okay, what does my body need, or what does my environment want, or what do I want? How can I make it all feel aligned? But you can only feel it. So you can start that everywhere in the world. You can wake up, set the alarm half an hour, 1 hour before you really have to do something to create this time. Or you can do it in the evening or both before sleep, because it will also change the way you sleep.
Yeah, but I don't have time. There's so much to do. When
Yes.
I go to sleep, it's already too late. And when I wake up, I want to stay laying in my bed.
Yes.
So everyone is saying you have a lot of time, but I don't have any time.
Yes. Well, you know that probably also there is a funny picture, I think from Dalai Lama. It says you have to meditate at least half an hour every day. And then somebody says this. And then he said, okay, oh, but only when you're very, very busy, you have to meditate 1.5 hour every day.
Yeah, that's a good explanation. Yeah, you also created this beautiful life with possibilities to slow down.
Yes, and we're
Yeah.
all the creators. So it's your mind normally saying that it's not possible, blah, 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 because it's also maybe a little bit scary when you do the life the way you know it. It's then another one from Einstein: when you do what you did, you get what you got, or whatever, something like that. So it's predictable. But when you are going to do something new like this, like slowing down or doing meditation, or I don't know what,
Oi.
bless you.
Thank you.
Then some things might appear that you don't know, and or that you're afraid of, because, well, a lot of people are afraid of shadows, or what you said you work on with your son, with Sam, like the deeper things inside yourself. Normally when you run, well, you can push them aside, but when you slow down, they will say, ciao, I'm here too, remember. So it can be scary.
Yeah, exactly. I totally resonate with that. And I think that's, yeah, I, it, it's a big word. Uh, I don't know if I'm a shaman, but I do a lot of shamanic work. And I kind of have to do that. So
Hmm.
there is a deep inner drive. Uh, and sometimes I even say if you could choose to do this work, you won't choose it, especially not with your mind.
Ah, yes.
We definitely choose it as a soul, but maybe not with the mind. And yeah, it's this slowing down because this terrain that we have here, like there is more than 10 years of work to make it all. It was like for more than 15 years, it was deserted.
Yes.
The house, the train, everything. So there are like all these projects in my mind and all these things to do. And the crazy thing is, after more than a year, we got things in place,
Hmm.
but that means more work, I discovered. So now we have this beautiful place around a very old nut tree where you can park your car, where you
Yeah.
can turn around because people had to go backwards with the car before they couldn't even turn. So we have this beautiful, as they say in Italian, piazza.
Yes.
But this beautiful big nut tree is losing its leaves because it's autumn now.
Yes.
So you have to take them away every day. That's a lot of work.
Yes.
So
And
we
before
created
you
a lot
didn't
of
have
work.
to. Yes. Another paradox.
I really stumbled into that paradox. So like, yeah, I'm like, okay, now I have everything done, but a lot of things that we are like done, like we have the dogs,
Yes.
and now both girly dogs. And what do girly dogs do? Girly dogs can have babies.
Yes.
And then they had their first period, and then we have to lock them up. And by the way, one is pregnant now because I didn't lock them up one day.
Oh, really?
Just as an
Luna,
example,
Luna or Stella?
Luna.
Of
And
course.
so just to explain, like, okay, now
Yes.
we have these dogs, now everything is fixed. No, then all these things come up extra. I never
Yes.
used a chainsaw. Now I'm teaching about chainsaws to the people
Yes.
that are here, but it needs preparation. It needs attention. It needs repair. It
Yes.
needs love. It needs so many things. It's not just okay. Now I know how it works, and now everything is better. It's such a paradox. It's such because if we just wouldn't have done anything,
Hmm.
there's nothing to do.
No, because you could leave it.
Yeah,
But in the same time, then in some moment the house would probably be covered with all the nature around.
paradox, paradox,
Yes. But
paradox.
isn't it also showing that nothing is ever finished? It's not like a
Yeah,
circle, that we always say it's a spiral.
I love that word because for years like I really went into like this dark period, which people call a depression.
Hmm.
And then I really thought everything is a circle. So it doesn't matter because you end up at the same place anyway.
Yeah,
I don't care anymore because it's always the same. And then I discovered that it's a spiral. That was like really profound.
because it changed the complete perspective, literally.
Yeah. So maybe the same thing happens, but you as a system changed.
Change.
Yeah, you can sense dragons. You can sense energy. You can, when somebody says to you, well, I feel fine, you know that there is something going on. And when people talk about that there's something going on, you know if it's really true. So
Mhm.
you can see so many things now.
And what you call the dark period, because that's also something maybe to talk about since there is so much dark named in this world, that really helped you to go through this transformation and to change all your senses.
Yeah, I always uh, bless all my teachers um, because everything I'm saying about truth or wisdom or things I found out, I learned from someone else, or someone else made it possible for me to enter this realm of, of
Hmm.
wisdom. Um, I like maps.
Yes.
And a long time ago, I stumbled into the Amazon one. Well, first from the Lakotas, the medicine wheel, and then later from the Amazon people.
Yes.
And the north in this map of the medicine wheel is always like shadow work and darkness and
Ancient.
demons,
Yes.
like
Yes.
Carl Jung and Freud. They are like the dark side of you. And the medicine wheel from the Amazon taught me that there is actually a hummingbird in the north.
Uh-huh.
And I got a little power animal on my back, which is a crystal butterfly.
It's not little.
Uh, I used the whole canvas. And well, yeah, so many things pop up when you talk about the dark. The dark is the light. And
Yes.
and when you don't see that, the dark is really dark. So don't get me wrong. It's not like,
Hmm.
oh, the dark is actually light. Oh, I always am happy.
No, because you went all through the deepest dark you can ever imagine and
Yeah,
not imagine.
yeah, and it
Yes.
and it still pops up. But again, it's a spiral. So when it pops up, I'm more and more aware
Yes.
that it's looking for the light.
Yes. And
And
the
it
light in this case. Is you.
Yeah, is everything.
Yes.
Is the whole journey of transformation, which never ends. Yeah, yeah. And I think, and I'm trying every day to create possibilities, and maybe this podcast is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
To to create a safe place where people can experience that
Yeah.
they are so capable of harnessing the darkness, and that there's always a possibility to use the energy inside. It's, yeah, but
And
we
to
all need
transform,
guidance.
yeah, we need, yes, that is for sure.
Yeah,
um, and to transform the energy inside, because somehow we started it with good. You say, what is good or bad with the weather, but we also programmed that the black and the dark should be bad, and the light and the summer is better than the winter,
exactly.
for example.
Yeah,
But the beauty is everywhere, and we started also with there is no separation, so that it's all mixed, it's
yeah,
all
yeah,
connected.
yeah.
Yes, and to go in those places where what we call dark, yes, you should never do it alone.
No,
Never ever, because then you said already you learned everything from your teachers. Well, the same for me. When you go alone, you your mind takes over
yeah,
and makes you believe it's a circle.
yeah.
And then you keep getting back to the same place
That's, yeah. I think
in
that's true.
some way.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And yeah, we have a worker away here, and he calls it Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Do you know the movie Groundhog Day?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
the day repeats, like this guy
Ah,
wakes up, and the same day is in, but he is learning,
yes.
but the
Yes.
day is the same.
Okay, okay.
I
Yes.
love this movie because in the beginning he's trying to kill himself, but it doesn't work, and then he tries to blame other people, and then he's starting to help them because he knows exactly what happens.
Uh-huh.
Like from minute to minute, he knows what happens.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, Groundhog Day. So maybe it's about change.
Mm-hmm. Change, opening up to change, slowing down so that the mind becomes more silent
Mm,
and senses open up more,
yeah.
and they can literally sense what want to be felt. Because that's also something I experienced a lot of times, that things that, where I'm afraid of or where I want to run away from,
Hmm.
um, they just want to be felt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's it almost sounds too simple
It's, yeah,
in
but
some
but but
way.
there you got one. There you got one. Because all the honor to my son, Sam. The podcast that we did together is called Life is Simple. You can still find it.
Yes.
He's saying that life is simple, and don't mix up simple with easy.
Uh-huh. No, 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 no.
But it's actually simple. Sometimes it's so close. Sometimes it's something that you're like, how did I not see that? It was
Yes.
always right there in front of me. Wow. Yeah.
But that can only happen with some things that we all touched. And one is slow down.
True.
And the other one is to be the observer.
Mm.
So you started with somewhere with take nothing personal, which
Hmm.
is one of the things that really changed my life too. I
Yeah.
also a lot of books crossed my mind, like the Four Agreements from
Yeah.
the Ruiz family.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes,
The
maybe
Toltecs.
somehow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, the Mexican Toltecs.
Yeah.
We can probably put it somewhere in the podcast notes if people want to read this. It's amazing. So take nothing personal, but also when you slow down, you can really become the observer of your own life, but about about observe everything. I think you said to me once, and I like that image, that image that like you watch a movie or you're in the theater building and
Mm,
you just watch the show. Yeah, you eat
mm,
some popcorn in the cinema if you like it, and you watch the show, and then it's not about you. You're just observing. You can do this with everything in life.
yeah,
And when you change from being the roles that we kind of also programmed to choose is to be the victim or rescue everybody. But I mean, we've all been in all of the roles.
yeah,
But when you change to observer, then it is not about you anymore. And that
yeah.
doesn't make it shallow or anything like that.
No, no, the
No,
opposite.
no, no, not at all.
Yeah,
But but you can really see it
yeah,
clearly and pure what happens
yeah,
without emotions,
yeah,
running through you. And so um, then life becomes simple.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
easy,
a
but
long
simple.
time ago, I had a lot of teaching from Wayne Dyer,
Ah,
Dr.
yes.
Wayne Dyer, and his whole life story is beautiful. And I think it's still underneath my email, but I don't use email that often anymore.
No.
I just started a WhatsApp business account. Wow.
Wow.
Um, that's Farfalla Viola because that's how we call this place.
Maybe because this Italian. It means for the
Ah,
English
oh yeah,
people.
yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Eh,
yeah, yeah. Yeah. What does it mean?
Hey, well, farfalla is butterfly, viola is purple. So it means
Yeah,
the purple butterfly. And well, it's actually more your story, but the butterfly is your power animal.
yeah,
And of course, the butterfly is pure transformation. Everybody knows, I guess, that the butterfly is first a caterpillar in a cocoon. I mean, about dying and dark. It's really dark in the cocoon, and for sure, the caterpillar will think it will die, which is another topic. What what is dying?
yeah,
But
yeah,
uh, and then, but then in some moment it comes out of the cocoon and it thinks, "Whoa, I have wings. I can fly. I am beautiful. I have a lot of colors." So the butterfly is pure transformation.
yeah. And suddenly she's attracted to flowers. How about that?
Yes. Yes.
So the caterpillar is just eating and eating and eating and eating and eating its green stuff,
Yes.
and then suddenly it's in this air element, and it finds beauty in flowers, and it's finding its nectar, and it's
Yes.
colorful most of the times. Yeah,
And start weaving because it brings the nectar from place to place and
yeah,
connect everything.
yeah,
And the purple, I know, I think it's related to Juliet, your wife.
yeah. There is like a real normal life reason. For years and years and years and years and years and years, it was her favorite color. So there was always a
Ah,
purple action somewhere. She even married me in a purple dress on a
uh-huh.
purple Harley Davidson.
I like that.
Yeah, and our first birth card of Lois, our first daughter, she was purple. So a lot of things purple, and the color purple in English, in the English language, I love it the most. You could say purple stands for that you can see further. Oh, now is it that you can, that you can see beyond where you can see.
Okay.
You can see further than you can look further than you can see.
Ah, okay,
That's
okay.
the definition
Oh.
of purple. And
Uh-huh.
it's the color of the highest chakra. Let's put that topic to another
Yes.
podcast because that's a beautiful map, and maybe
Yes.
it's a beautiful podcast just to discover this map together. And the body of my butterfly is actually the chakras.
Yes.
And just a week ago, she's finished because
Yes, I saw that
this
on Instagram.
beautiful guy from Deventer, from Grey Moon Tattoo. He's an artist. He's a shaman. He's an amazing human being. I found him. Thank you, I found him. And he created this beautiful piece of art, a crystal butterfly with the chakras as a body.
Yeah, because maybe for the people that probably don't know, you have a tattooage of your a butterfly all over your back, but it's not done the way it's done mostly now with needles and
Machine.
machines. It's
Yeah.
it's really I don't know the name, but it's a tick tick tick.
Yeah, it's
It's
yeah,
called
tiki tiki. It's hand
that.
poke, and
Hand
I
poke.
didn't want to have the machine because it ruins your. It's like in my world,
Yes.
it's cruel to your skin,
Okay.
and the hand poke is like a meditation. It's softer, it's more gentle. It doesn't work when your skin doesn't want to get it in.
Okay.
So
So that
there's also a beautiful. It can be rejected, which
yes.
is so it's not pushed in deep and hard like the machine and it will stick. It's more fluid, and
Yes.
when it's done, it also changes. So it's so you know you have to know, and that's his beautiful Christian Schwartz. He
Yes.
uh, he knows how to do that because it flows. Like
Yes.
when he does it, after a week it changes. After a month, it's different. So you can do it really wrong, and you can do it really right. So it's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot.
Yes. It's alive. That's the best description, I think. It's
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, so now it's finished because I know when you left Netherlands, it was not finished, but always that's another thing about, being flexible and being the flow. You and he both knew that whatever the time was there, the moment was there, he would come to Sardinia and it would be finished. And now
Yep.
it is, after
And
one
now it
and a half
is.
year that
Yeah,
you lived there.
yeah. It was really special.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that is why your the beautiful place of Juliet and you is called Farfalla Viola. And there's also a website, by the way. I will also we put somewhere in the whatever in the comments. We have to find out how this works with podcasts and uploading and
We
other
we will
things like
see.
that.
We will see.
Yes, we will see. But yeah, we touch so many subjects that we can explore more and more. And you said you love maps. I know that. And there's also a lot of shamanic maps, the chakras, the cardinal directions that you mentioned already, the medicine wheel with the hummingbird in the north, where is a lot of wisdom. Um, so yeah, should we ask to the listeners if they have something they really want to us to talk about and to explore, or are we just
That would really be one of the benefits if this podcast will reach people.
yes,
Like we, not me alone, you and me, we. And I love to step into the we realm.
uh-huh.
We are so open for suggestions. So
Oh yes,
when you listen to this podcast and you're like, hey guys, give me something more about, or give me something of what about this or what about that. Maybe we will even create a platform to really answer also questions, or questions are always one of the most beautiful things to create. And
yes,
maybe the answers don't really matter, so that's our job is not that tough. The question is so important. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that.
and you say maybe we're going to create a platform for it, and maybe even because we always talk about co-creation, maybe somebody says, well, I want to create a platform like that and become part of it, and
Yeah,
because that invitation is open to
yeah.
everybody,
Yeah, my intention
every
for this
being.
podcast is also when we like explore a map or something, you will also hear my story. Like how did I find out?
Yes,
What did I encounter? What
yes,
happened? Because I believe in experiences, and
yes.
I know you are so open to receive experiences, and yeah, just
Yes.
experience, and
And to
share this
share,
experience. Yeah.
because it's not about teaching the world or something like that. It's literally going through everything yourself. And then we're back at the portals and the gates we talked about before. To go through so many gates, to be able to even find the words. to uh, to maybe, add something in the life of other people about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And you cannot do that from a book.
Exactly. And when we use the word gate, you can also hear like initiation or change of frequency or that your DNA changes or that your
Yes,
chakras get empowered or get a different kind of working with each other alignment.
yes.
And
And
it's
how we can do that and how nature can help with.
exactly,
There
exactly.
are so many
Yeah,
also plants and things in nature that really can contribute
yeah.
to
So
this
yeah,
process.
I'm glad that we committed to this because there's so much to bring to the table. Also, like the frequency of the earth, crystal energy that is
Yes,
coming up. The inside of the earth is changing. There's so many realms we can bring into this podcast.
human resonance, for
So
example.
maybe that's good to round it up.
Hmm.
And I love some podcasts, and they create this beautiful ending of the podcast
Ah, yes.
with a question.
Okay.
And you got these questions like, what's the meaning of life for you? Uh, what is
Ah,
self-love?
yes.
Um,
Ah, yes, yes.
and I was thinking about this, and there is always a good answer to all the questions. And the answer is love.
Love.
Love is
That
always
love.
the answer. In the right
Yes,
definition of love. We can have a whole podcast about definition of love.
yes, yes.
So, Annemarie, what's your definition of love?
Okay, nice. Ooh. It's actually kind of difficult because it's love is um love is light, light is love. Love is our our pure existence. I mean, love is what we are. Love is what everything is. Um, so love is a frequency. I think we were going to talk about frequencies and we kind of did and did not, but doesn't matter. Um, so love is unconditional for sure because it's
Mm,
pure. So love is it's what you are. You said, told me a long time ago, we're not human doings, since we're all doing so busy. We're human beings, and we are love and we are light. And I have a lot of proof by now, and because it's the spiral, it never ends and it continues and continues that if you really become more aware of that, because also awareness is another topic, so when you slow down and you become really aware, then you can feel and experience it
mm,
yourself.
mm.
And that love is also broadcasted again to all around you since there is no separation. So love is what we are, all there is. It's what you are, it's what I am.
I
Um,
love that answer. And I will every at the end of every podcast, I will ask you this question so people know that we are like rounding up. So what will be
yes.
your question to me at the end of the podcast?
Yeah, it's very funny because we did not talk
We're
about this.
doing these things on the spot, right?
Ooh, yes. Well, something pops up. What is your answer to the question, or what does it mean to you to be aware?
Wow. Wow, that's a beautiful one. What does it mean for me to be aware? Well, I have to get back to a very important topic of this podcast. That's slowing down and silent. If if I'm not silent
Hmm.
for whatever reason, and I'm very aware when I'm not silent in my head, in my body, in my energy, in my doing, in my being, then I just don't have the ability to listen. So I'm just not aware. I'm in that there is a long time ago I had a brain tumor and they removed it and I had to recalibrate my whole nerve system, which is fully the magnetic electric part of our system.
Hmm.
And I called it software. And when a software program is running without me being aware, so I'm not silent enough to see that I'm in this software program,
Yes.
which can be anything, can be something beautiful, can be something awful, can be something totally numb. When I'm not aware, I'm this program is running. I'm just not aware. So now I answered you when I'm not aware, but I didn't
Hmm.
answer when I'm aware. I'm aware when I'm silent. Maybe that's why we started this open silent meditation on Thursday evening. Yeah.
Yes.
Silence is
Silence.
awareness. Yeah.
Beautiful answer.
Beautiful
Also.
question.
Yeah. Grazie
So
mille.
let's wave to all our
Yes.
beautiful souls finding this magical podcast.
Yes.
Congratulations that you found it.
Yes. And see you next time.
See you next time.
Ciao.
Whatever next time will be.
Exactly.